Wednesday. You know what that means? You still have 2 more days of work. And you know what? It's okay for us because we work at a comic book shop. Ah ha 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 ha. No, really, I know it's kind of tough. But it's Wednesday, and that means, you know, break from the week, new comics. It's about the best you're gonna get.
It's a happy time.
It's a happy time.
It's a little bit of sunshine in the middle of the bleak, rainy, awful terribleness.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, we're gonna get right into it. Morgan has exciting DC comic for you here.
Oh yes, Injustice: Gods Among Us #1. This is the tie-in comic book to the upcoming game from NetherRealm Studios called, you guessed it, Injustice: Gods Among Us, featuring the likes of Batman, and Superman, and Cyborg, and Wonder Woman, and the Joker, and the Flash, and the Green Lantern, and maybe some other people, and they're all fighting each other. It's gonna be awesome. I'm mostly really excited for the game, because it's gonna be awesome. I get to beat people up with Batman. What else do I want?
Yeah, that's, you know, your life is complete at this point.
It is. I don't need to do anything else.
No. Okay. Also from DC Comics this week, for Dollar Bill in the Before Watchmen series. This is one of the lesser-known characters in Watchmen. He showed up for, you know, 2 pages. But this is written by Len Wein and drawn by the great Steve Rude, who recently went through some unfortunate house issues. But now he's back to drawing comics.
Yay, new Steve Rude!
Yeah, new Steve Rude. For those who don't know Steve Rude, he created Nexus. He's got a really great classic kind of Alex Toth, Alex Raymond-y, you know, kind of Kirby style. A lot of where, like, Alex Ross gets his inspiration from, but it's actually drawn. And it seems really fun. It's just a one-shot. This is almost kind of a pun, because this sounds like a cash grab on Before Watchmen, but, you know, it's Steve Rude, and we're not really going to complain about Steve Rude. And it's Len Wein, you know, you can't really go wrong with that. So this is some classic good stuff, and, you know, Dollar Bill. He says buy it. Look at that. He says the buy.
Pretty much. I like to think that Steve Rude, part of his contract was, I will only draw this comic if it is only about Dollar Bill.
Yeah.
I really hope so.
I think so, yeah. I mean, it's 20 pages of that.
Right, and another one from DC this week, Batman Robin Annual #1. This is the first annual for the reboot of Batman and Robin. It's got Damian running around as Batman when Bruce Wayne goes out of town. I mean, because honestly, when your dad goes out of town, what do? You throw a party. When your dad's Batman and he goes out of town, what do? You dress up like him and beat people up.
That's right, and you practice your growly voice.
Oh yeah, everyone wants to beat people up as Batman, even Damian.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. From Image Comics this week, we have the 2nd issue of Mara. This is Brian Wood and Ming Doyle and Jordi Belaire's new kind of real-world take on not only sports, but superheroes. Mara is the media darling of a sport that has kind of united a lot of the globe, and on live TV she manifests superpowers. Oh. And thus everyone thinks that she has kind of been cheating at this sport, and, you know, everybody's favorite heroine is now everybody's favorite villain. And they love to, you know, everybody likes to see hero fall.
So this sport, is it murder dodgeball? Because it looks like murder dodgeball.
You know, you want it to be murder dodgeball, but it's more like extreme dodgeball, like most exciting champ, you know, MXC dodgeball type of thing.
Okay.
Which could be okay, but it doesn't have Beat Takeshi. There's no Beat Takeshi in this comic.
Sadly enough.
I would not lie to you about that. If there was, it would just be all Mara. We would just be talking about Beat Takeshi. But it's not, and it isn't. But anyway, Jordi Belaire does amazing colors on this, and Ming Doyle draws
not to mention Ming Doyle.
You know, but yeah, I mean, and, you know, at the very base, it's a bunch of girls in, you know, swimsuits, beating the crap out of each other with a ball. And
shh, don't say that. You gotta say it's empowering.
Excuse me.
It's very empowering.
It's empowering. Thank you. He's always you know, can't take me anywhere.
Can't even. And from Marvel, we have another issue of Avengers already. I know you finished that issue last week, and you were like, holy crap, I want more of this. So we got you more.
That's right.
Just for you.
We called Marvel, specifically. We got Joe Q on the phone. Told him that we needed comics.
And he made more comics for us.
Right.
This is covering the origin of the new Hyperion. At least I'm pretty sure it's a new one. There's been like 500 of them. But Jonathan Hickman's Hyperion, at at least, and showing how he came to be on the Avengers, because he kind of just, you know, showed up with everyone else in at the end of the first issue.
Yeah.
So it just filled in with a little bit of backstory. It's how Hickman's doing his whole, you know, like 2 or 3 issues a month thing.
Yeah,
By doing lots of one-off issues, focusing on the other members of the cast, rather than just like the central Captain America, Iron Man, Hawkeye, all of them.
Yeah, yeah. Hawkeye's getting enough play.
Oh yeah.
That came out today too. There's Hawkeye, the Hurricane Sandy one, which has got art by Steve Lieber.
It's nice looking.
Very good. Very good. From Marvel Comics this week, one of my absolute favorite new books of the relaunch is Journey into Mystery. It did not renumber, which is one of the very, very few, which maybe that's why it didn't do as well as all the others.
Could
I don't
be.
know. But this is KATHRYN IMMONEN, Valerio Sheedy, I don't know. Sheety. And again, Jordi Belair doing amazing colors. But basically, Sif has been tired of kind of being, you know, supporting character and being in Thor's cape, and has summoned this evil kind of god. What's her name here? Artemis. And she has received a crazy berserker spell, and she started going crazy in Asgard. So Heimdall, you know, as his infinite wisdom, he sought to, you know, throw her the hell out and send her to another world.
That's unfortunate.
And, yeah, you know, but it's got giant crazy monsters, and you know, which is a giant robot monster called the Ruler of the Earth. When you are named the Ruler of the Earth, I mean, you know, you're probably in for a pretty big fight. But
probably.
yeah, this is just, it's really, really fantastic. I mean, it's just...
I mean, if you want to see badass chicks hacking things up with swords...
giant swords.
Hell yeah.
Big swords, big monsters. This book is about big, because gods are big and giant and epic. Epic. But seriously, this is friggin' awesome. Really, really great.
And another epic over here, Green Lantern Corps Annual #1, finishing off Rise of the Third Army, the current Green Lantern crossover series. Spreading between, you know, Green Lantern New Guardians, Green Lantern Corps, even Red Lanterns. And it's basically the Guardians being like, you know, we don't like free will anymore. Let's eradicate it. And it doesn't really sit well with all the Green Lanterns.
No.
So this is the culmination of that arc. It's bringing in the different plot threads from all the various series. We've got Kyle's whole quest to master the entire spectrum of light. Guy Gardner sort of being on the run from the rest of the Green Lanterns, and John Stewart, I don't know, kind of flying around in Mogo's ruins, being sad.
That's what he does. He's really good at it. He's a moper.
Really sad these days.
Yeah, he's getting up there on like Silver Surfer levels of moping.
Ever since they canceled his cartoon.
In fact, did you hear they canceled Young Justice?
I did, and
sad.
the new Green Lantern series
so
too.
So sad. I don't know what DC's doing, but it's sad.
They're doing something.
Right. And an oldie, well, kind of an oldie, about 10 years old or so.
That's pretty old.
He's back in the pre-dawn era of comics. This is Global Frequency by Warren Ellis. And there are 1,001 people on the Global Frequency. And this is everything from rocket scientists to hitmen to theoretical physicists to, you know, biotech people. It's Warren Ellis's 12-issue kind of limited epic. It's really big in scope and really big in idea. But each issue is standalone. Each issue's got art by a different person. There's Steve Dillon and Gary Leach and Gene Ha and Simon Bisley and Lee Bermejo. I mean, it's a who's who of badass artists.
And it is the entire series.
It's the
all
entire
in one book,
series for $20. You know, basically, there's this woman named Miranda Zero who's mysterious kind of figurehead behind the Global Frequency, and she calls you up on this really badass cell phone that blows the crap out of iPhones, and you then have to drop what you're doing and save the world. And this has got, my favorite issue in here is the Lee Bermejo one, and where this guy's got to go to Japan and take down some biochemist people that are messing with the very fabric of reality.
And probably doing some very Warren Ellis-y things while they're
very
at it.
Warren Ellis-y things. This got optioned for a TV show that unfortunately didn't make it past the pilot. But this is just absolutely fantastic and a must-have for fans of Warren Ellis or sci-fi or just really good comics. Really good comics.
Which, you know, you're getting no matter what you read with Warren Ellis.
Well, pretty much.
Mostly.
Mostly. We'll leave it at that.
And finishing the week off, we've got Nowhere Men #3 from Image. This is sort of Eric Stephenson. There's no V in there, but whatever. He's the publisher of Image, right?
Yes.
Publisher of Image, along with Nate Bellegarde doing the art, who is absolutely killing it, as I've said before.
Yeah.
It's sort of their, It's a very Fantastic Four-ish comic, honestly. Lots of scientists in unfortunate situations dealing with various...
Science noir.
You can't just throw the word noir on the end of things and make it awesome. You can throw Nate Bellegarde onto things and make it awesome, though.
Yeah.
This is really, like, I would say in a... Not, it didn't technically come out in the same year, but within a year of Manhattan Projects coming out, people might be saying, like, oh, well, it's just ripping it off. Oh, scientists. Blah, blah, blah. No. It's completely different, but still really in the same vein, and it just, with the different style and different writing style, definitely, than Jonathan Hickman has. And he still uses a bit of it uses a lot of text pieces, sort of like Jonathan Hickman uses his graphs and things, but it delivers a completely different package, and it's just so good. Like, I could go on about this for a while.
And again, colors by Jordi Belair. She's been doing all sorts of great stuff, and all the designs by Phonographics, which is why you're getting this nice kind of, you know, almost Hickman design. But yeah, it's really cool, and it's got strange, weird bio creatures on the back.
I don't know.
Well.
What are we looking at here?
I don't know.
Nobody.
Is that
knows. I think there are eyes involved in it, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
You can't say on the camera. But yeah, so science. Science is very cool.
Science.
There's lots of science in Global Frequency, too. So science is the word of the week. Definitely. Well, thank you all for joining us. I hope your 2 remaining days at your soul-crushing, horrible jobs are okay.
Your job, which is way less cooler than ours.
That's right.